Bukayo Saka has a new deal. He just penned a big boy wage, 200 grand a week. I think it's an increase of 130k per week. How big a deal is this for both him and the club? I heard Ian Wright saying, what would he prefer, Arsenal win the league or Saka signing a new deal? And he said Saka.
No.
From what I saw.
I don't know about that.
But how big is it for him? Because this puts him in that next bracket now of, I've got a big deal. I'm maybe the biggest player at the club now in terms of wages.
Starboy.
Essentially,
what's the future for them both?
That's what that contract has said now. Because I think Martinelli signed the new one just a couple of weeks ago, 180 grand a week. I think this new generation of players that they're bringing through, the older guards, Martinelli, Saka, they're saying, you are the new leaders. You are 22, 23. We'll sign you on long-term deals, and you're essentially the new frontier. Saka's the leader of that, so it's only right. And the way he's been playing, the way he played at the World Cup, Euros last year.
What wage did he get in the end?
200 grand a week.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, I think he's earned it.
I think that's
I'll be honest with you. I think even when they were
I'll tell you what, they're in here.
Even when
Saka, it's a corner.
Even when they were 8th, he was the only one kind of still trying to carry the club. Now that they've stepped up a level, he's still the one kind of leading the way. And if anything, stepped up another level. So, listen, you can't be mad at it. The only thing I would say is I would say maybe you should look for a move. But I think the position Arsenal's in now, the position he's in now, see this contract out, and maybe at 25, 26, push a Madrid move, maybe. You know what I'm saying? If you're still playing at this level, maybe a Man City move. Every Arsenal player goes there at some point.
He's in a perfect situation.
We're not looking at Newcastle now, but you're right. Newcastle, maybe.
He's in the perfect situation right now because he's at the perfect age. And the average age of that team's young, so they got potential. He's in a title race, and it's like establish yourself
to commit to it. For sure.
Establish yourself. See where the club goes if they are ambitious. If they're not, don't do a Harry.
I think
don't sign again.
18 months ago, for example, he was right to stall.
No, do go somewhere.
I think he's been right to stall over the last 18 months or so because they've wanted him to sign a new deal for a while, I think. But I think similarly, he was just seeing kind of where the club goes, and now that they're actually competing in this title race, if they can maintain that, because obviously I imagine you guys will give a better account of yourself. United will be much better with Ten Hag next year. They might get involved in the race next year. So it could be a one and done type of thing maybe, but then again it could be the next couple of years.
He is going to cut in and shoot, gets his shot away blocked.
And he's been in brilliant form as well, so it's better to wait.
From us.
When you're in that kind of form.
You see that move just there, I think that's the final move Saka needs to unlock to go to the top. The Iron Robin.
Anthony's been doing it.
The cutting and curler. Don't do that. Don't do that,
200
please.
goals for Liverpool.
It's called the Iron. No one calls it the Salah move.
Yeah,
it's the Iron Robin.
It's the Iron Robin.
Inevitable.
But he's in the conversation.
You're talking power, top corner,
like
bang,
bang,
Bale.
inside
Bale.
of the foot.
Bale at Tottenham.
At the moment, he does that. Boom, hammer it. But once he unlocks that move,
he's a bottom corner person.
I can't even deny him anymore, man. I used to be the biggest hater. It's inevitable now, man. The kid's too good.
Yeah. I wanted him before when his contract was running out. I tried to be cheeky, but too little, too late.
I think the timing of this deal, when it is finally signed, is imperative for Arsenal. This is such a big boost for them at such a crucial part of the season. We're also hearing Saliba could be getting a new deal as well. He's very happy at Arsenal. He's saying his family loves it. That's the next question I was going to ask you. With Martinelli tied down, Saka, Saliba, you're looking at a strong spine of players there who are going to be around for a while. Is that the new frontier, and is that a side being built to challenge not just this season but for the next 5 seasons?
I remember even last year I said I think that Arsenal core that they've got there, they're probably going to have there for the next 3 or 4 years. You look at Ben White, you look at Saliba, you look at Ramsdale, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli. They'll all be there for the next 3 or 4 years. The question is what do you put around them? Because they're young. You've got to put experienced winners around them now, and I think that's what they did in the summer, for example, Jesus, Zinchenko, and you've just got to keep adding to that. But those 20 to 24-year-old bracket, all of those players in there, that's pretty much the face of Arsenal. And long gone are the days of the Ozil, Lacazette, Aubameyang. That's what Arteta's essentially come in and changed. It's that era of that final phase of Wenger, Unai overlap. I've cleared that out. This is Arteta's team now. This is what we're looking
It's
at.
a big sign because unlike the days gone by of losing the best players to the rivals, that's what they're trying to eliminate here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Saka signing a new deal instead of signing for City or signing for Chelsea, or they usually lose Van Persie to Man United.
And it was always running
Nasri
down
to
contracts.
City, you know,
Yeah.
losing the best players, Adebayor and stuff, so cliche. So now they're tying the best players down into brilliant sign for
I think
Arsenal fans.
they've showed at their age that if you can be going on that type of winning run, we're talking about the depth needing to improve to keep you going if the rotations have to happen. But those young players have been playing every single match, basically leading the league on a mad run. They've shown that, you know, we deserve to be, you know, leading this club years to come. It's not like as if we're talking about a fourth place here where, you know, it could be, the margins could be okay, but we need elite players now. No, you guys have, I mean, they still have to step up in Champions League level next year, but I would be surprised if those type of players don't. I'm interested to see how the Sakas and the Odegaards, how they play in the Champions League, but I'm sure they'll come out their group, and then knockouts, that's when it gets interesting.
Yeah.
I said, having missed on so many years of Champions League football, I wonder what seed they go into for the groups next year. Arsenal, when they do
Pot
qualify. I don't think it'll be pot 4. I don't
They
think
win the
it'll be
league, it'll be
because
pot
they
1.
were Europa League
Yeah,
semi-finals. So
it'll
I
be pot
imagine
1.
Is it pot
if
1?
they win the league, it's pot 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Then pot 2 if you come after that, I think.
I was hoping maybe.
Couple of big goals to tell you about the Championship anyways. Got Millwall winning 1-0 away at Stoke, and West Brom taking the lead at home to Borough. Obviously we talked about Carrick in the Super Chat before. Can he get Middlesbrough promoted? So at the minute they are down away at Hawthorns, but he's done an amazing job. He took them from 19th to 3rd. Playing expansive football as well. Done a
And
brilliant job.
Millwall are right up there as well at the minute.
I'm always a little bit sceptical with
We
those.
could be seeing Newcastle, Middlesbrough and Millwall back.
Bring it on.
Prem. I mean, Millwall,
Great
I don't
away
think
days.
have ever been in the Prem, have they?
No.
I mean, they must have been in the first division,
Yeah.
but the Premier League, I'm not sure it's
I'm
happened
always
yet.
sceptical on like managers like Carrick though, because I remember we saw that with Lampard, didn't we? Where
Not really to this
Derby,
stage, though, I'd say.
finished
this
sixth
level of
twice,
massive
playing.
jump.
But the Championship's like that, isn't it? It's that kind of league where you can
Such
win
a-
4
yeah.
Middlesbrough.
games in a row
Michael
and
Carrick.
go from relegation. Yeah, you can go from relegation to playoffs.
The
pretty
points
much,
difference
so.
from like 5th to 15th is like
It's
minimal,
crazy.
isn't it?
So when I hear that kind of like, oh, he's jumped from there to that, it's the Championship. The teams can do that, and I've seen teams play expansive football in the Championship. But I always say, how do you adapt when you come up to the Premier League? That's why I'm very curious to see Companies and Burnley. What changes happens when he come up? I think he can obviously adapt to them a little bit. Carrick and Middlesbrough, I'm looking with one eye. I'm not really convinced on it just yet.
It's been a while since we've seen Middlesbrough. Fonzo Alves days, Stuart Downings,
Oh, remember.
those guys.
Didn't they come back briefly 3 or 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Did they? Came
We
back.
beat them 3-0,
They came back for like a
3-0
year.
Oh,
I
they did
remember.
when we got relegated?
Yeah.
So 2016, 17.
It was